specific points where,
Because a 4 in engagement, students are sometimes the teachers, the mentors, the models. They're asking questions, they're contributing, they are playing a distinct role in instruction.
well, in the
Were they
voting
doing
part,
that?
where she took a vote, and then they had disagreements between.
Okay, but not just one part. I mean, this is serious
Overall,
business,
okay.
a 4. A 4 overall would mean that students had an active role in leading the class. Not just that they were participating fully in everything, but that they were in there being the teacher sometimes, the role model. They were, their questions or their contributions were leading the direction of the class.
So that's, this part here is an engagement part where the students were leading?
I'm looking at this.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that one. We were looking at the, okay, both of
And
them.
it said,
Okay.
yeah.
And
That's where we struggled.
I'm
because-
thinking that a 4 is pretty darn high for that.
3.
Queen, what do you think?
Do we know if this, was the theater project? It sounds
That
like
it
it.
sounds familiar. Mhm.
It sounds like it. Because
Noah?
if it was, then what was
No.
driving me crazy yesterday listening to us talk was because it's a music based and there's so much choice. It's built in.
Right.
For so many choices, and like kids have total control, and that's why the Snowman Without Bones was accepted. Because whatever they say, it's yes, and we make it work. And it's built for them to go in groups and direct
Right.
each other. And did they ever
They went
separate?
into small, I forgot that.
'Cause
They
that's
did go
when
into
that
small
happens.
groups, and they practiced, they discussed, they chose who they wanted to
They're
be.
teaching each other
So
that.
that actually did come, that was like the major part, because they got up on stage, and they started acting and doing all that. So
Okay.
I bet it was support. Because they have that's built into
But I'm
how you do it.
asking you guys, were students taking on roles as teachers, mentors, models, and were their contributions leading the direction of the class?
Well, to each other then, when they were in their small groups and deciding on what they were gonna do and how they decided how they would interact
And they
and
present that.
perform, and so then when they went up and they did their performance together, so I would say yes, and that was the biggest part.
Are y'all calibrated to a 4 on that? Is everybody okay
I
with it?
can't see it.
No, I feel 3.
3 is great, really
Yeah,
it is.
That's exceptional.
Yeah, 3 is.
Yeah.
But that is, she just said that was the body of the class, them collaborating together, just the kids, and coming up with what they were gonna do.
She just
So
was
they're
like the
doing-
note taker, and
She
she
said,
just
and
wrote
they
down
chose
the
which ones
facilitator.
they
When
wanted,
they,
she didn't
when they
assign,
said
they
something,
chose.
and the same thing when she went into, her other little segment was kind of acting feelings, so that she could get them to give those characters they had chosen to make.
Because they really didn't pick the people that were in the song that I heard, and I was like, "Oh, the snowman, where'd that come from? Where'd Christmas come from?"
It's
But,
their choice.
you know, they made those choices, and
Right.
she just wrote them down, and then she talked about acting feelings, and then they put the feelings to that character. You know, they said, well, these like desperate laying down people, and
That sounds like group work. How many segments were there?
but they're self-directed.
Well, we had to put it down.
But that's,
We had to-
And of
And
those five
the
segments,
teacher's
not
they were supposed to be
involved when
child
they're all,
directed,
like,
like what
well,
the
that's
actual
kind of
class
Not
was.
necessarily,
Students may take on
well,
roles as
because
teachers, mentors, and
what she
models.
pulled from
And
them actually
Here it's,
determined the
you know,
next parts of how everything else
The
flows.
four for
So-
me is that the children tell the
I
teacher,
don't know, is that?
wait a minute, we
Laura, hang on,
want,
please.
we want the
We wanna
bonus,
hear your
we want the
contribution, but hang
bonus snowman to be the lead.
Okay,
Okay,
now,
now,
that we
See,
did.
three.
that for me is
Okay,
what
gotcha.
gets a 4.
Laura, what hang on.
I'm just like, we were just working out for a
Yeah,
minute,
yeah.
you know, what
Let's hear it
is, you know, what level 3 is on engagement, it's like, that when students are taking on roles as teachers, mentors, or models, they may be doing that, and that's a 3. And if that's part of the, but it's not a 4. The 4 kind of connects like a wide range of skills.
Yes.
That doesn't sound like a wide range of skills. It sounds like they were given a problem to solve. They went and did it on a skill that they were given.
So
Is that right?
students with a range
No,
of skills, so
you're
very.
saying I'm wrong.
No, I'm
Okay.
saying no to that.
Okay.
Because they made up their own lines, they decided on their characters, they made physical choices. Then they got together and decided how they're going. Each person's going to use all these decisions that they made to make it work with the whole group, and they had to figure that out as a team.
Did
But
they?
then stop,
Is
stop,
that
stop.
the way?
Did the children really do what Gwina
No.
just said? I
No.
don't think so. That's
No.
not what they're saying. That's what you're saying,
saying.
and I
She
agree.
guided
You're
them,
right.
say
No,
they made up.
She did guide them.
Right,
She
no,
was
she
guided,
always
and she
moved back
guided them
in.
so well that it may have appeared that they were making more choices than they were making. But she focused on,
But she never
but they
really
never
led them
actually,
into the choice, she kinda gave them the opportunity to make their own choices, so.
but they didn't get together as a group
But is that
and
the
say,
same
this
as
is
them
what we're
leading
gonna
the
In
do.
small
class?
groups they did, no, they
That
did
sounds
not
like-
lead the class, no.
But
But I
they-
guess I'm still missing that in.
And they don't have to lead
No, we're
the
not.
class, I don't mean that they
No,
get
no,
up and
but-
do it. There are opportunities for them to model things, or
Right.
maybe to take the teacher role, not 100% of the time.
Well, not for
But,
majority
but,
of the time.
but where they,
This
you know, they're, it's mostly that they're contributing so much that it's moving the class along in a certain direction, although it's still under the teacher's control, I don't mean that, yes, Cindy.
That engagement 3 and 4 should be switched in my mind, because the 3 says more than the 4
I agree.
does, just by looking at the wording, which
Right.
makes it real hard for me to give anybody a 3, because then I wanna give them a 4, because 4 is kind of grouping a bunch of things, 3 is specifically saying students may take on roles as teachers, mentors, or models, which tells us specifically what's going on and what's happening. And the other one is just saying students with a wide range of skills
And this,
participate actively, working in a productive way,
Well,
supported by the teacher
Think
who's
about it
equally
going
engaged.
across that it's a combination
I
of
saw that.
1, 2, and 3, you know.
I
all
saw
those
that,
things.
but it's the words
Yeah.
that
We'll
tell.
reword
Look,
We'll
that's
work on
it,
rewording.
yes.
That's all I was saying.
Okay,
Maybe
all right,
Anyway,
we'll
that was it.
work on
Should say
rewording that.
Includes all of 3 plus.
So is there,
we're okay with
Number
page
4
3?
does.
Okay, so consider me a little simple, but I just take words for the way they are written.
That's fine.
we'll
And
work
that's
on
what we
rewording.
That's
had
what it
wrong.
said.
I still